Hello students, welcome to my channel. This is teacher Brenda here. Today we will be looking into mathematics year 6, numbers and operations part 4. Now your quest is to be able to read and write fractions and decimals of a million. That's it, just to be able to read and write. So let's go. All right, let's look at some questions. Guys, these are called fractions of a million. We have learned what a whole million number looks like. Now, in order to save space and save our time, we learn to also write million numbers in fractions. So if you have something like this, incorporate your knowledge of fractions together with millions. Now, how will you just read this? Okay, how do we just read this? We read this as 1/2 million, or better still, if you read it as 500,000. Now, when you want to write it out, you can write it out as 1/2 million. Okay, this makes more sense to me because it's 500,000. Or subsequently, you can also write it down as 1/2 million, which I think is one more of a favorite method for most of y'all. You just write 1/2. But guys, remember this. Writing something without knowing what it exactly means is just no good. Okay? So please understand what is 500,000. Now at this point here, we are just going to be writing it out. Okay, so what would be the next one? 1/4 of a million. So you just write 1/4 of a million. Or you don't have to say 1/4 of million, you just say 1/4 million, or 250,000 will be fine. Now subsequently, you can also write it as 1/4 million. Now, of course, these are proper fractions. We also have learned that there are mixed numbers, right? So how do you write it? Read it as a mixed number. Okay, you start by reading it. 2/3/4. So you just write 2, put a comma, then 3/4 million. Okay, or there's another way. 3/4 is known as 3/4. So you can say as 2/3/4 million. Just writing it out in words. That would be our quest for this lesson. Okay, 2/3/4 million or 2/3/4 million. Next, this is, you can say it as 1/10 million. So you can say 1/10 million. Or if you understand it even better, you would say it as 1/10 million. Now, what is 1/10? This is 1/10. 1/10 is 1/10. So you can write it this way as well. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, and 4, and so on. Now let's look at our last question over here. We can write it in the standard way for 3/8 million. So write 3/8 million. Or you write it with more understanding, and that would be for 3/8, EIGHTHS million. What does 3/8 stands for? 3/8 is 3/8. Okay, it can be 4/8, it can be 5/8. All right. I'm sorry, remove the S there. 3/8 million. 4/3/8 million. All right. So this is how you would just write. Okay, first of all, the first part here is being able to write a given fractions of a million in words. In words. The second part would be given in decimals. They'd also want you to be able to write in words. So read this as a normal decimal number, 7.8. Then you mention the word million. And that's how easy reading and writing is of a million number, of a number up to a million. So the next one, 0 point. Now, a lot of you tend to confuse or tend to say 15 million, but no. The values that come after the decimal point has to be written independently, which means you must mention or you must say 15 million. Okay? Let's look at the third question then. What would this be? 1.25. That's right, not 25. Okay, 25 million. At this point, guys, you are not converting, okay? You are just writing out in words. Next question. 3 point. Okay, so there are three numbers here. It's not 508, but it's 508 million. All right. And then the last one, pretty easy, 1.04. You have to mention the zero there because it has a place. Okay, million. You could just don't say 1.4. 1.4 is going to be different than 1.04. So this is for this part where you just learn how to write in words given a fraction or a decimal of a millions. Thank you for joining my lesson.